Hi guys, my name is Wilfred and welcome to yet another episode of Path of Exile. Today let's do something a little bit different and fun. I'm going to take you through crafting in case you haven't been playing this game, a little bit new to what crafting is like in this game. So I'm going to take you through that through the mapping itself, but you can apply that to some of the items that you have in this game as well. Now, whenever I think about Path of Exile's crafting, I always say there is a lot of depth to it compared to other games that I've played in this genre, but with complexity comes the kind of like a randomness to it. So sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, and in this game it's a lot of randomness. Progress itself, because getting gear is not that hard provided that you do trading, but the hard part is progress because you need to acquire certain maps in order to progress to the next stage of the next tier of the game. And sometimes you get a high tier map, but you go in, you can't get any high tier map, and you end up just getting a low tier map and do something that is not at your tier. You could trade, of course, but you get a little bit tedious by a map here and there, and there's always strain on your currencies. So that's how I see this game right now. By the way, I'm a little bit under the weather, so if I do something crazy, stupid, just pardon me. This morning I just sold my, salvaged my Diablo 3's Crusader main weapons. That was my main character. And yeah, so I have to use another weapon to get by. So, but that is a story for another day. Now I've got, in terms of my map progress point of view, so I'm 80%, not 80%, but I've acquired 80% chance for the map to drop one tier higher, but even so, I'm not really getting a lot of high tier map as I play this game. So I get maybe next league onwards, I would any map tier 6 and above, I should just go and rare it, and anything that is about 11 tiers above, I'll just rare it and corrupt it. I think that's how I play this game. But in any case, my progress on tier 10, is almost there. There's just a few more that I need to somehow buy because I just can't get it. Tier 11, I'm ignoring the unique maps. I do have some that I need to do again. But again, if I don't get these maps, unlike Diablo 3, whereby I can open up the Greater Reef rather easily and pick the tier that you want to play, or like Marvel Heroes, you can get a scenario, just purchase a scenario. You can't do anything in this game. I mean, if it doesn't drop, it doesn't drop, right? So that's my tier 12, 11 kind of like progress. I think you've seen this video, or some of this I make a video of it. Tier 12, I don't really have a lot of tier 12 maps, so you've seen a video on the shipyard in my last video. Tier 13, I have nothing there. Tier 14 is the one that I've done some 14 though with my friend, like the palace that you've seen, one shot by Dominus. I couldn't even see anything because of the latency. The mineral pools, as well as the I've shaped this one. So now Reef is, I think it's a tier 8 or 9 map, I can't remember. You could actually use a shaper's orb that you obtain in one of these blue circle here to shape it into a higher tier. So I picked this one, but that's about it. Tier 15, I don't really have anything. I've only done the Abyss with my friend, Bixec, and that's all. I think tier 16 is the highest one that you can get from all this like garden, I think, maybe. Yeah, these are guardian maps. So still quite a way to go, but I'm just like having regression so far anyway. Now, this game has different color to different kind of tier. So blue is magic, yellow is rare, but of course you got something called unique, but it's not really what I'm talking about right now because we do have unique maps. And you could identify this one. I'm going to do that right now here. So this one is players are cursed with temporal chain. So what it does is that it will slow you down and things like that. I don't really like these affixes. You can change this one here. Say that reflect is of course not really that good. Then monster have a crit on you. You can just keep rolling until you get something that you feel that, or it's something that you could kind of like do kind of thing. If it's only one affix, you can actually add another affix to it by using the orb of augmentation. Just now was the orb of the orb of alteration. You can augment it with one more extra one there, so 2 extra rogue exile. That's fine. I cannot rare it because I can only rare it from a normal to rare. This is no longer normal is white. So what I could do is that I could use a regale orb to add one property to it to upgrade it into a yellow. So you can do that, right? So after that, it say, okay, chance to cause status element. So it's a little bit nasty. So what I can do right now here, if I don't like this one, just in case I don't like, I could actually use the chaos ops to keep rolling this thing until it is something I like. That's one option. Now another thing is that the map quality is 49%. I could actually use the chisel to improve the quality of map, but I probably would not do that right now because I have a prophecy that I do not want to waste right now that will give me I think there's one prophecy that will give me one single I think it was this one, was it? Yeah, enhance the quality of map with one single chisel. I can put it to 100%. It's already 49%, so I don't want to waste it there. But again, it's crafting. You can improve the quality of the map, the gems, the flasks, the armor body items, as well as the weapon items. So now, after I've done this, it's still not really fantastic. So in order to complete map, usually for higher tiers and about 11 above, you need to corrupt it. Now, what corruption does is that it will randomize the whole thing. So now you can corrupt this guy, and once you corrupt it once, you can't really do anything on it anymore. So you cannot craft it anymore, you cannot reroll anymore. So you have to stick with what you've got. Corruption comes with a couple of things. You can either make this map unidentified, which is fine because I presume all these affixes are already there. So that's good news. Another one is that it does nothing to this map. So it's just like all three of those affixes are staying there, which is fine. Then it could be like it randomizes the whole thing, which is kind of good and bad because it could get some really nasty affixes that I may not be able to complete with my build. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Or it could add additional affixes to it, which is also fine so long as it doesn't add those things that reflect or elemental weaknesses or vulnerability, stuff like that. That would be really horrible. Now, of course, it could also, I haven't seen it yet, but I think the Vow Orb can change your map into a different color, which is also I don't want. But anyway, I'm just going to gamble it in and see what happens. Unidentified. So I think it's rather alright. So I can identify it, or I can leave it unidentified and get some bonus, I think. So okay, enough talking. So I'm going in. It should not be too hard of a map, but in any case, I'm just trying to be a little bit cautious. Although I don't really care though. I'm level 90, 68% to 91.
I can't do this
it doesn't really concern me too much if I lose progress, really. Of course, I can throw in some kind of chaos op there to further enhance the map to be more exciting and increase the quality of item or whatnot. I may, at the end of the day, I may one of these days to get more beyond, but just do it that way from now. All right, so this is the Reef map, one of the lower tier map, but it's been upgraded into a tier 14 solo. Haven't really done tier 14 solo before, so so this is a little ghost that you chase after him. He will go and fight other things, and he'll buff the enemy. But then when it comes to this part, it probably doesn't really do much anyway. So I'm trying to narrate as well because I think sometimes you guys may find it not that exciting watching this sort of gameplay video because you can't really see what is behind the scenes. So all these things on top here mean something. The one the yellow kind of thing on top, wow. So let me just so the yellow thing on top is called Fortified. I put a Frost Bomb here, and I pop something here because it's probably a harder boss. So I pop some flasks as well. Then you have to constantly be aware that right now on slot because I've just killed a rare monster, and by doing so I'll get a further buff to my ability. And sometimes I pop the flask like this one here. It will give me extra evasion to be more tanky. That's about it. I lay a totem here because I like to just pick up mobs that I may have missed out. That's about it. That's a little totem 4. It could hit rather good as well, but of course it's not as good as the one that I've got here. So I've got an underground sea map, which is great. Yeah. So it's a tier 14 map, so it's not really that trivial. I mean, although it may look like a walk in the park, but eventually things may get a little bit dicey. You know, I always say that in this game, a lot of things can just suddenly kill you without you even aware. Like, what on earth? I've got another one. Tier 9 though, not that exciting. All right, so I'm just trying to, because higher tier map is kind of hard to get by, so I try not to waste the opportunity to just rush a thing and then miss a few like mobs that could drop something kind of like exciting, rewarding. Oh, I've been hitting air. So that's a totem. Another totem. Then my blood rage is on. That is one of my ability that will help me hit faster, gain the charges. That you see the 3 charges there is when I have the blood rage on, it gains some charges and so on. All right, so that's what I do. Now I can see at the back of my, like, you know, I can see the boss is there already. Arena is there, so I could go into arena. Arena wise, I usually would these days I try to do a little bit more. I may not have the cold penetration. I will just swap the area effect to the concentrated one, so it greatly buff the DPS of the of your you know power to quite a fair bit. I mean, if you take a look, right now my main spender is about 101,000, and if I take away this concentrated one, it is about 73,000. So it is quite a fair bit of advantage when you do that. But make sure you remember to swap the gear back to where it is. So this is arena, the boss time. I pop some fast there. Okay, done. So there's boss done. You see, I like this game, man. Things are fast and furious. You don't need to like spend too much time, like 1 minute, 2 minutes, just to kill a boss. And that's it. I've got another tier 13, so it's rather profitable in this in this setting. I mean, I don't have like tier 14 yet. I think these are all 13. So I'm going in as a 14 map. I get 13. Is it really that good? Probably not. But it would be nice if I get 14 back, because regression is when you keep playing and you keep losing progress. So I've got a weapon here. I don't know what it is. Let's take a look. It's a red big rusted sword. I don't think this one sells, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Oh, okay. Anyway, so back to this thing. Now I've got 2 aura here. One is the Herald of Ash. So when I overkill, which is great, it synergizes with my as Eye Crush Slayer kind of like thing. It will burn kind of like enemy nearby, and also I have hatred that will convert some of my physical into kind of cold. So that's nice. And this is the totem I'm talking about. Now this group can be quite a bit. Sometimes it can be a bit nasty, depending on. I mean, I do see some kind of death while I'm doing that as well. So I've earned some chaos orb, and that's good. And also need to play a little bit of leeching as well. Understand leeching, because so long as I can survive the I'm not getting one shot, I can leech back my health rather nicely, because I have already completed all the ascendancy. So like for example, all this ascendancy I've already completed. Things like this will give me a lot of leeching here as well. But whenever you do something like that, make sure there's no enemy around and don't get killed while you are taking a look at your power. Now I need to swap back the gem, which I kind of forgot. It will help, of course, to sort of like get back the area of effect, because just because it kills a lot faster. You have a bigger area. So see, the circle is a bigger, right? So it's good. I mean, I like options here. I like options here and there. And I do advise, if you don't mind, if you're not rushing, just open some of these chests, because I've seen some really good stuff from here. In my last league, I got like a exalted orb from one of these chests, seriously, when I was a lower level. So I heard something again. So there may be something rather nice. Blood Ray. Oh, I got another. Oh, this is a. I hate this map. Oh, yeah, level 14. So now we are talking. Now actually is rather good, because I I spent one, you know, oh wow, hang on a second, don't talk too much yet. I spent like, I'm using a tier 14 map, and I managed to get one tier 14 back, so, and one 13 I think, so that's good, it's profitable, and that is what we want to keep playing. So I think the idea is that you have to keep rare your, you know, make your map rare, make your map corrupted, you know, even if it's a little bit difficult, you know, you have to take it as it is. So okay, so I'm just going the outer rim. I don't know why I shipped this map though. There may have been a better version, but you know, I'm so new to this whole shipping thingy. But yeah, that's just me. This is kind of nice. I like it. So now I'm back to the, wow, this is a little bit like, what are they doing? What are these things, man? It's the first time I've seen this kind of monster. What was it? I have no idea. Alright, so these are some of them just for the. So now I've more or less completed the whole thing, just one monster remaining, which means I basically just done everything already. Oh, I got, whoa! And I'm, see, that's what I'm saying. Open some chests, you know. Don't be lazy. You never know. Some of these things, since you're, I mean, you know, just a bit hopping here and there. There's no guarantee, of course, but a little bit like just be a thorough a little bit and make sure that you are not, you know, missing out any good loot, as you see here, and that's it, right? And that's about it, right? So, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoy this whole entire Path of Exile series. It's good to sort of like report my progress as you go, and I'm using the wrong weapon, by the way. Weird. It's good that you know, kind of report my progress here and there, just to share with you my experience. I have a lot of fun playing this game. I haven't really had such fun for such a long time for any game, really. It is challenging, but it's actually doable. There's a lot of complexity, depth to it. I mean, randomness could be frustrating, but sometimes it works with you. So for this kind of run, I've got like 2 chaos, you know, tier 13, tier 14, 13 and 114 map. I think I'm rather happy. All right, I'm a happy man. All right, so I'll see you next time, and goodbye.